Hello retro gamers and welcome to another episode of Sunday Quickie. If you're not aware and haven't watched one of these before, this is a video that gets released on a Sunday, has very low production values, no script, but a retro subject that we can all look at and enjoy together in real time. Almost like a first impressions sort of thing, depending on what the video is about. Today's video is about a brand new Virtual Boy game called Elevated Speed. Yes, you heard that right, a Virtual Boy game. Let me just show you the website. So as you can see, it's a pretty nice, there's not much on here yet. Should probably mention that this is just a demo that is out. It's very much in like an alpha version, but still, snazzy website. For some reason it says copyright 1987, not really sure of the reason of that. But it is the far-flung future of 2017. And while EM vehicles have been available to the wealthy for decades, a misplaced shipment of military-grade EMV components has fallen into the hands of the speed gangs of San Angeles. A new era of racing has dawned. Strap yourself into the cockpit of a futuristic racing machine and step on the boost. Elevated Speed takes you to the neon-lit future of 2017 to prove yourself to be the fastest EMV driver on Earth and beyond. So, play the beta version now. I did say alpha before, it's in beta. I was actually intending on covering this quite a few months ago, actually in December, when news of its release first hit the airwaves, as it were, and honestly, I completely forgot about it, but the reason that it's back into my attention sphere this Sunday is because an update just came out, basically, which is it adds link play. And if you know anything about the Virtual Boy, it did support a link cable edition called Link Play, but no retail games ever actually supported it, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that to you here. In fact, I can't even demonstrate it on actual hardware because A, I don't actually own a Virtual Boy, wish I did, but B, not really sure how I would show you the footage for that. So today I'm just going to have to show it to you in emulation. There just really isn't any way around that. But if you're okay with that, I'm pretty happy to show it to you because I did find it to be quite a bit of fun. So back to this. So it says Virtual Boy, but it says there's also going to be versions for the Game Boy Advance and within the web browser as well. But unfortunately, you know, these aren't out yet. Coming soon, same with the web browser, also coming soon. So let me just fire up the video of me playing. So just a bit of background. In these videos, I did used to play in real time and try and commentate it at the same time. This was a bit of a disaster because I can't really concentrate on meaningful things to say while playing, and the video just usually goes for ages because no one wants to watch like a half an hour gameplay video, not me at least. Anyway, so before I bring up the footage, was there anything else I wanted to show on these links? Yeah, I guess there's just some information here. So pseudo 3D, which you'll understand in a second. 50 frames per second. It's got an original soundtrack. AI, that's just, you know, the opponents you race against. Large tracks, and there's a lot more planned for the future. So hopefully this loads. So this is sort of what it looks like on the Virtual Boy, I guess, with the classic red and black. In the footage I shot, I've just gone for monochrome. A, because I don't want to give you all headaches, and B, because I couldn't actually figure it out in the emulator. I'm using this one here. This is just the front end, but yeah, I mucked around with the settings and I couldn't really suss it out. So, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. I think the black and white version for this purposes looks fine. Anyway, so let me just bring up the video of it playing, which is this one. Turn off the sound so there's no feedback. All right, so I guess I probably should mention who developed it. So it said, what did it say there? Platonic something. Platonic Reactor Presents, but in all the information I have, it's credited to Pizza Rolls Royce. And click on that, it just goes to a Discord. Couldn't find him on Twitter or anything. So yeah, we have two things there. We've got Platonic Reactor as well as Pizza Rolls Royce. So anyway, there we go again. Copyright 1987. I'm pretty sure I mentioned there is just the one level available at the moment, but it is free to play. It is a preview. So if you go onto the website, which I just showed you, which I'll link below, you can download this and play it yourself. So I think at the start here, I just went through some of the menu options. So there's a little thing about link play. Obviously it says I can't detect the cable because it's not on a real thing. There was a jukebox, which was pretty cool. You could just, there was 5 different or 6 different tracks to listen to, so that was nice. And there are a few other options, but I'm not really bothered for this. So as you can see, there are other things hinted at that will be in future releases, but unfortunately they don't really work here. Most notably, power-ups and takedowns. So at the moment it's just racing, there's no combat at all, but it appears that will be a thing for future releases. And of course, we just have the one track. So we can see straight away, the graphics are pretty awesome, in my opinion. It's like a pseudo 3D, like a, what do you call it? It's kind of like a Super Effects sort of game on the Super Nintendo, which I guess is apt in this particular game, since it's, it's based on Nintendo. But as we can see, it's very much inspired by F-Zero and a slew of games that came in that were just basically just like F-Zero. So you're in a hover car, it's really fast, it's really twitchy, super easy to hit the sidewalls and just bounce all over the place. So you really do need to be careful with your brakes, because as soon as you hit the sidewall, you slow right down. Additionally, there are sand tracks and speed boosts available, so not only do you want to try and beat the other racers, but you basically have to weave in between all the sand tracks, or whatever they're supposed to be. I'm just going to call them sand tracks. And it's really imperative that you hit those speed boost areas. And as you can see, they are quite thin. So even if you're flying in a straight line, it is easy to go off that little, long rectangle that actually gives you the speed boost. But I found playing that hitting the speed boosts was really the only way to catch up to the other racers. And as you can see here, I'm not doing the greatest, but I guess I'm holding my own for playing it for the first time. So obviously the backgrounds are awesome as well, like what they call it, San Angeles or something to that effect. And yeah, there's not really much to show, because as I said, it is beta. There's, there's one track, but it is fully operational. It is fully working, apart from takedowns and the pickups, which will be implemented in a future release, hopefully, as well as some more tracks. So I'm not going to sit here and babble for the entire race, so let's just skip to the end. Alright, so as you can see, I came 4th. So yeah, it's good, I guess. I mean, I got through half the races. Not too bad for my first attempt, I wouldn't think, but yeah, it gives you a nice little end replay here that you can watch at your leisure, and it gives you there's records you can set for high scores and stuff. And there you go. Thank you for playing the elevated speed preview. It's version that. And yeah, so I'm not going to babble on anymore. That was the whole point of me pre-recording it and then giving my impressions straight away. But I thought it was cool just to give some attention to it. You don't really hear about the Virtual Boy homebrew scene very often. So this developer, Pizza Rolls Royce, this is for you. You've done a great job, and I do look forward to the entire game. Oh, and I do just want to mention that it is compatible with flash carts. He actually gives 2 versions that I'll bring up the document actually. As we can see here, running with full production values. Let's see, downloads. All right, there's a bit of a readme here. So it says 2 ROMs are included. There's a 16 megabits for older flash carts that use the lower resolution graphics, but there's also a 32 megabit one, which is what I was showing you in the gameplay, which works with more modern flash devices like the HyperFlash 32 with full resolution graphics. So I think the label directory where it says contains the Hyper 32 flash label. I think from memory, the HyperFlash 32 is the one that has a little e-ink display in it. It gives you like a little, just shows artwork and stuff as you're playing it. Completely unnecessary, but really cool. I mean, no one's denying that. But as you can see, we've only had 2 releases so far. So the most recent one, all they've added so far is Link Play support. And then there's the initial release, which they actually cut Link Play support from because they were having performance issues. But obviously they overcame that. And that was from December last year. So, yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to say. Let me just check my little Word document. Nope, nothing in there. There's only 3 things written in there. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.